All right, so what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna try to put these out a little bit more recent, but don't hold me up to that because you know me already. First off, we're gonna start off this video. I want to give a shout out to a couple of the guys that have purchased some of the hats and stickers, and I want to thank y'all for making purchases and supporting my channel. So the first shout out is going out to Emilio Arevalo. He's from out in Catoosa, Oklahoma. He bought a Perfectly Ruined sticker. And then the next one, shout out to Omar Sanchez from Austin, Texas. Texas homies. And then the next order, shout out to Philip Wilson in Dyersburg, Tennessee. Bought a Perfectly Ruined snapback hat, light gray with black. And then finally, I can only see the orders for the last 60 days. So, and then the last one is for Fausto Puentes, all the way up in Newberg, Oregon. I'm surprised my videos are getting out that far. And then next shout outs will be for the last video I uploaded. Saludos from Maria Hernandez. Saludos, bro, de Topeka, Kansas. All the way up in Kansas. And then Kelly Williams commented, keep the videos coming, bruh. I'll try to, but you know me. I always get sidetracked and never do. Cyclone Renault just said yes, and then the muscle emoji. And then Eric's Garage commented, that's gonna be a sick truck when your truck is done with it. Keep up the hard work, it will pay off. Trust me, bro, I'm really looking forward to it, but sometimes it's just hard to get back out in the garage, especially this month. We had a bunch of stuff going on. I had my citizenship appointment that I had to make, which was actually yesterday morning. And then I had my friend's wedding to go to, so that was all the rest of the afternoon. I only got today actually to work on it. Today's Sunday. Tomorrow I gotta work, but as soon as I get off of work, I'm heading up to Dallas, or actually Plano. I've got to do some training for work, some Toyota training for the new Supra, or BMW, whatever you want to call it. So I will be up there for 3 days, and then I'll be back by Thursday afternoon. But same thing, I probably won't be able to work on it until probably Friday or that coming weekend. And then the following weekend after that is going to be my birthday, so I don't know if we're going to do something on the weekend before or the weekend after or sometime during the week. But I'm running out of time. I really have to get back on this build. Now, back to the build. So today, what I'm gonna be working on, as you remember from last video, I have all these little fish plates cut out for my joints. That's what I'm gonna be working on. Probably the only one that I can't do is this one because of this support right here. I don't wanna take that off until I finish this joint. So that's what I'm probably gonna be working on mainly today, is trying to reinforce this area, and that way I can remove those supports in the back. Then I will be working on figuring out how I'm going to make a carrier bearing support for that. After that, I have my front plates cut out up here for the front, for the Z. However, I really don't have that much access, so I really need to cut this off, but I don't want to cut it off because the support where the frame is actually sitting on my bench, the weight is actually pulling down on this, so I really don't want to mess with that yet. I gotta finish grinding all this crap down, making it a little bit more pretty. I need to make another closing plate down here. That's the one I still haven't made. And then the one part that I'm not really scared of, but I've been kind of delaying for a long time because I wasn't sure if I wanted to either buy new axles or what. But main goal for today, I really want to get that's actually the front. I really want to get the rear axles cut down because I really want to set these wheels up in place and see how much they're going to be sitting out, or how close they're going to be to the frame. Because I'm going to be pretty mad if they're going to be right up against the frame, even though I've set those the frame in a little bit. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my old axles, and wherever I decide, I'm just gonna take my my like chop saw thing over there. Cut it, shorten it I think it was 5 3/4 that I narrowed the rear end. And really I'm just gonna bevel the axle, tack weld it, or just kind of not fully weld it, but it's only gonna be a temporary thing. I'm not gonna drive on those axles. I'm just wanting to put the axles in, put those C-clips in, and put it all together to where I can mount the wheel, roll it, and the axle's not gonna slide out. Because I really, like I said, that's just mainly wanting to get it to a roller. So that's the biggest thing. That's the one I want to try to get done today. So without further ado, I'm gonna do a bunch of little time-lapse clips. Hopefully this video's come out a little bit better. I got a different phone, and we'll see if the video quality comes out a little bit better. If not, the compressing of the video from YouTube is probably gonna ruin the quality again, from what I've heard. So let's get to it. Without further ado, let me check. I think we have 21 days till the show, and like I said, I'm gonna be out 4 days pretty much off of the build this week because of stuff going on with my personal life, and then next week I'm not sure. So give or take about another week. So I really don't have that much. I know I'm not gonna make it, but I still want to think I'm gonna make it. And I still gotta try to find a trailer to rent to bring it up to the show. I forgot actually to request that day off because I gotta leave. I'm gonna try to, if I do go, I'm gonna end up leaving on a Friday morning. Try to make up there Friday. It's only like an hour and a half, I think, away from me. So I don't know. I honestly think I'm not gonna make it, but we'll see. I think if I don't make it to this show, the next show, I know I want to try to register to, and I know I can make it because it's still far away, is Battle at Bama in Mobile, Alabama. So if I don't make it to this show at Laying at the Lake, I'm gonna probably make it to for sure make it to the one out in Battle at Bama. So, like I said, back again. Without further ado, let's get back to the build. All right, well, I'm gonna try to get this on camera. Got my little template already cut out. I was kind of already starting to mark this up. So it's gonna go like this. I'm gonna have some gaps right here. I'm sure I can either fill it just by welding it, or I'm thinking of either doing it like this, where I use one plate, cut it in the center so I can bend it like this, and it's going to be cut at this angle right here, this angle right here, and have this as one piece. Or what I was thinking, what might be a better option, is say let's move this over to like right there, because what would be this, the center line would be this, I guess, right here. So move this over, same thing, but cut it, angle it, but right here, only cut it like halfway. And then do the same thing on this side, do another one where I cut it right here, but only halfway. So what I would do then would do one stitch weld in the center, but I don't know if that would be strong enough. So that's why I'm thinking of doing the whole plate, and then just doing the weld and filling this gap and filling this gap. But it's really not that big. And I kind of have an idea of another plate, but I don't think it would actually help much. So I think this might be my better option. I think this might be the strongest weld, or the strongest plate. If it's one, instead of doing two halves like this, and then those two halves will be welded right there, and then those two halves will have to be welded back together. So you probably see it better on this side. So this one right there, and then what I'll do, kind of center it up, cut this right there, cut this right there, angle this right there, and angle this right there. Okay, so take that, and then we're gonna mark off the line right that. Same thing on this side. Mark that off. Then I gotta get my razor blade. Now what I'm gonna do is cut along these lines. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna cut this real quick. Okay, so just like that. And this would go right in there. Just like that. Here, I'll get a better camera angle. So that would be the patch right there. And like I said, I have these gaps right here, but I think I could just do a nice little weld and just joint that, because if I did it the other way where I say, it would almost be the same. The only thing it would be like right there, but it would only be half, cut in half. And then the same thing, I would mirror it on this side and have this piece, but cut it in half again. But I feel like if I do that, I'll have that one stitch weld right in the center. I think that might be a weak point. So I think this would be my better option, having this big one solid piece, and then just fill in that gap right there, because it'll be just welded pretty much all the way around. I might do a little triangulated plate right here. Let's see, kind of like, well, put it like this. Say if I cut another piece, if I can get this in one hand, say if I could cut another piece or two and do it like this, and then to fill like this gap inside here. Say if you get that little triangulated piece, do a piece like that to make it just a little bit stiffer. I don't know if that would help, because it's not going to be going all the way out to the rail right here. So I would almost have to do a giant piece like that, which really isn't that much work, but it'll take a minute, and then just angle it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm gonna do this big plate, and then I'm gonna do another joint reinforcement like this. If you get what I'm trying to say here. You'll see it once I get it done. So I'm gonna put it on a time lapse. I'm gonna take this template, transfer it over to the steel, start cutting this out. All right, so there's our final plate, and I think I just had to cut that center point because this is a 1/4 inch thick, so it would be really hard to bend that angle into it. So pretty much put a little notch in it. I'm gonna groove it out probably a little bit more just to get better penetration in there, and then I'll just do a weld right back in there. But this is all ready to weld back. So that's what I'm gonna do next, is pretty much start burning it in. So here we go. Okay, so while that's cooling down, I did a pretty good pass on that. I'm gonna just go ahead and start cutting out the same piece for the other side and get that ready while this is cooling back down. Give my welder some time to cool back down. So I'm pretty sure I haven't checked yet, but I think it's where I'm gonna be able to use the same one to mirror it on the other side. So that's what I'm gonna be doing next, and just give this time to cool down. Well, that didn't come out as good as I was hoping, but oh well, what can you do? Like I said, I'm new to this, so I'm learning, but it'll do, I guess. Okay, so I think I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and then I'm gonna be good to go on finishing up the last few welds on this one. So that'll be up next. All right, I can't wait any longer. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is take the risk and start cutting these axles. So I'm gonna start cleaning it off to get all the grease and stuff off on them so I can actually weld it. I don't know if I'm gonna end up using the cutoff wheel or the chop saw. Might end up using it, but I'm gonna clean it up first and kind of give it a quick measure and see if I can find on my phone if I remember exactly how much I did. I'm pretty sure it's 5 3/4, but I just want to be sure. Gonna just pretty much do a little burn to keep them together. Like I said, this is not gonna be permanent. This is just a temporary thing so I can put the axles in and put the wheels on and check for clearances and all that, and so I can get it rolling. So gonna do that next. Okay, so there's one pretty much shortened up. I'm using this angle iron to clamp it around the cylinder, and then same thing on this side. I don't know if you can try to see what I'm trying to do here, but with the angle iron, it pretty much centers it up right where it's supposed to be, and all I really got to do is line up 2 lines. Or I drew 3 lines through it, but I ended up having to cover up one of them, or 2 of them actually. So really I just need to line this one that I can see, line it up. And I know it'll be like, I guess it really doesn't matter because it's a cylinder. It really doesn't have no specific point that it's gotta go, or a specific way. Unlike the axles, when I did that, if I would have put it in a different place, the brake cylinder could have been in a different position. Doesn't really matter on this, but I figure I might as well do it. So gonna center it up again, and then I'm gonna end up just tack welding it or welding it in place, and then sliding that on and crossing fingers and seeing if it fits correctly. So gonna tack weld it and then we'll see how it fits. Okay, there's got it down. Now it's going to be the moment of truth and test fitting it and see if it's even going to fit. So let's see it. All right, so if y'all see that axle slipping through there, golden. Here goes nothing. Feel something. Getting stuck on something. There it is. Holy. Can I get that pin in there? Why is it not? I gotta cut it short. Come on. There it goes. Hey, look at that. I think we're gonna be okay. Back it up just a little bit. Okay. Now, if I can remember where I put all the stuff, here it is. Now, I can slip that C-clip in there. And then, sauce. What do you know? It looks like, from what I see on this side, that it's right where it's supposed to be. So, holy shit, I actually did it. So, I think we're gonna be good. I'm not gonna show you guys the other side. It's pretty much gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna end up taking my time to chop it up on that side. The other side, chop it up on the chop saw, and doing the same thing, using that angle iron to line it up, drawing the lines on it, and slipping it in. Once I get that done, I'll start putting that center pin back in it to hold the axles in to keep them from going in and out. And I want to go ahead and just mount up those wheels, because I really want to see how low it goes. I'm afraid I might have to cut this though. I'm not sure if that's going to be in the way. Plus this. I don't know. We'll see. For now, I'm going to do a quick cut on the other side, and then I'll get back to you guys.